Alright, so I know this video is about Alya, and we'll get to that, but let me just say, we all collectively know for a fact that Adrien should be the protagonist of Miraculous, right? He's the most interesting character for numerous reasons, one of which being that his father is the main villain of the show, and his parents set off the plot. Not to mention that he has quite a few issues to work through. So, it was such an interesting choice to make Marinette the main character, even though she has no personal ties to the conflict except the boy she has a crush on. If Adrien weren't so involved in the conflict, then it'd be fine, as it's not a requirement to be personally involved. But since Adrien exists and is vastly more interesting than Marinette, it's so weird that she's the focus. Because girl power, I guess? I mean, this problem could have easily been solved by giving Adrien's backstory to Mari, but whatever, I guess. Regardless of what I said, I'm perfectly fine with Adrien being Cat Noir. It fits his whole wanting to be free shtick and all that, and he wears black better than he wears red. So, if someone has to be Ladybug, main character or not, why not Alya? Hello everyone, my name's Aloubell, and I see no reason as to why Alya couldn't be Ladybug. Or rather, Scarabella, the main Ladybug Miraculous holder. Quite literally, if someone went back in time and moved a rock in a different direction or something, I'm quite convinced that the butterfly effect would make it so that Alya is Ladybug in the current story. Alya is as decent of a person as Marinette, so I'm sure she would have saved Master Fu from getting run over. Honestly, this just goes back to one of my main points in an earlier video, go check that out by the way, of how weird it is that out of all of Paris, Fu chose who was apparently the only decent girl to not let an old man die.
But Aloe, if you saw the spoilers for the Season 5 premiere, you'd know that Master Fu actually met the current Ladybug and Cat Noir back when he was younger due to time travel, which is why he chose Marinette and Adrien in the future.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about this now, but only briefly because I have a bone to pick with the Season 5 premiere, and this isn't the place to address that. Riddle me this, Astruck. If you created the rule that people can't be recognized when they are transformed with their Miraculous due to some magic mumbo-jumbo, then how the heck can Fu recognize Marinette as Ladybug? At best, his younger self would know that he had a quote-unquote reliable Ladybug holder to mentor later on in life, but he wouldn't know who was under the mask, unless you're suggesting that he can tell who's under the mask, but then that contradicts some info we've gotten in the past, and even that info was contradicted before. All I want is some consistency. That's all I ask for. Is it too much to ask for? I personally don't care which route you choose, just pick a lane. At the core, this is a cute idea of having a young Fu meet current Ladybug. It's honestly a very sweet gesture, but your sweet gesture is made sour by the lack of cohesion in the storytelling. I feel like I went on a tangent. Anyway, the point is that logically, no, Fu wouldn't recognize Ladybug as Marinette, and thus, that Ladybug girl he met in the past could be anyone. Alya ends up saving Fu, and then boom, we get Scarabella as our spotted heroine. This video probably won't be very long because it's more of me going through a thought process more than anything. Someone in the past, I don't remember who, I'm sorry, presented the idea to me and it got me thinking, and this video is the result of that. And so, before we get into discussing this matter, if you're enjoying this video, then rewrite destiny by hitting that like button and subscribe for more reviews, rants, and rewrites. And if you're still watching, put a fox emoji in the comments. Thank you! So, what if Alya was Ladybug? Well, considering Alya's personality, we'd probably get a more rational and less emotionally driven hero. Not to say that Alya is perfect, because she's not, but I don't see Alya, say, getting jealous and doing something stupid during a serious situation, such as giving a Miraculous to a girl who's hanging out with her crush with the sole purpose of separating them. Just as an example. Alya might be an enabler to Marinette, but she doesn't partake in the same amount of crazy stuff that Marinette does. See this video for more info on the kind of things that Marinette has done. Most of the foolish things Mari does are usually fueled by strong emotions, and while that makes for interesting character development, if there is character development, it doesn't instill a whole bunch of confidence in someone who's supposed to be in charge of saving the people of Paris. No one is going to doubt that, in general, Alya is comparably more rational and clear-headed and keeps calm in serious situations. Even when Hawkmoth, Shadowmoth, whatever, that guy, came and took her family hostage, she took it like a champ, kept her cool, and came up with a plan on the fly in order to help solve the problem. Alya is also super persistent too. When she wants to know or do something, she won't stop until she gets results. This persistence can be both a good and bad thing, but you at least know that when she's serious, she'll do what needs to be done. I'd like to add to the record that Alya did a bit more research into Ladybug's powers more than Marinette did, which is how Mari even found out that her powers are basically limitless. If Alya is that hungry for knowledge, imagine the cool things she'd do early on in the story after learning her capabilities as a miraculous holder. Following that stream of thought, Alya is more assertive with what needs to happen than Marinette is. Sure, as Ladybug, Mari puts her foot down when she has to, but I'm 1000% sure that Alya will never let anyone walk all over her or get in the way of progress. Speaking of Ladybug, Alya on her own basically has all of Ladybug's qualities, but better. She's confident, playful, intelligent, capable, rational, determined, sympathetic, and is a team player. I can't attest too much to Alya's leadership abilities as she hasn't really had the chance to lead anything, but I feel like she would make a great leader. And since she does share many of Ladybug's qualities, just with her own flavor, I feel like Cat Noir would still fall for her, which could lead to some interesting drama. But I also get the sense that she respects Cat Noir enough that she'd be willing to trust him more often, and even encourage him to get more involved with Master Fu. I can totally see her pushing Master Fu to keep Cat Noir in the loop and not taking no for an answer. I also feel like any mistakes Alya has made as Rena Rouge in canon is more attributed to her lack of experience as a hero, as well as her loyalty to her boyfriend. Speaking of said boyfriend, Alya is not and never was boy crazy, so we already know she won't make those kinds of bad choices, and her mind won't be clouded with pure essence of boy. Sure, she couldn't keep her secret of still being Rena Rouge to Nino, but to be fair, context matters here. She was telling this secret to someone who she already knew was a hero at some point, and 2, it's not the worst thing to tell at least one person your secret. I honestly can't tell if Alya is bad at keeping secrets or not, as we don't have the context of her telling a major secret to someone not already sort of in the loop of things. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I truly wonder how long Alya could go without telling Nino her secret. Oh, and with Cat Noir having a crush on her, imagine the relationship strain between Alya and Nino. Alya might see herself getting closer and finding comfort with Cat Noir and feeling awful that she can't do the same with Nino. Surely she'd break at some point, right? Ooh, and imagine the drama that would most definitely happen if, no, when, Nino finds out that she's Scarabella. The story possibilities write themselves. And since we're on the topic of flaws, considering she's human, Alya makes mistakes. One being that she is, in fact, an enabler and even a pusher for mischievous behavior if she deems said behavior to be necessary to whatever cause she stands for. And one can only guess what kinds of trouble that personality trait can lead to. She also doesn't always think things through and tends to work off initial instinct. Rational and chill as that may be, her humble overconfidence might lead to some mishaps. One could also say that Alya is a tad selfish in some regards. Not like super selfish, but if I have this information correctly, before Alya personally knew Ladybug, she wanted to uncover Ladybug's identity and reveal it on her blog. Being someone who probably reads comics, and even if she doesn't, she's aware of heroes and their whole shtick. She should have some idea of what could happen if a hero's identity is revealed to the public. And yet, she didn't care because she wanted the clout. And after becoming Reina Rouge, she took an opportunity to take a picture of herself with an illusion of her civilian self to show the world that she's on good terms with one of Paris's heroes, which was also done for clout. A plot with Alya as main heroine Scarabella could absolutely be where her overambition and need to prove herself to the masses could be exploited in some way. Overall, it's nice knowing that even if Alya was Ladybug, she wouldn't be perfect or have the easiest time dealing with the problems of being a hero. She'd absolutely have things to work on and have challenges to struggle with. She still wouldn't be as interesting as Adrien, and he should absolutely still be the main character, but as for the holder of the Ladybug Miraculous, Alya would be a fantastic candidate both from a storytelling perspective and in the context of the world itself. And, as a cherry on top, Scarabella has a better design than Ladybug. It's just wonderfully designed and more interesting to look at. And who doesn't like a hero with incredible style? But what do you guys think? Do you think that Alya would be a better Ladybug than Marinette? Why or why not? Comment below and let's get this conversation started. If you're looking for more Miraculous content, then check out these Miraculous videos. And remember, I'm the artistic Aloubell, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more reviews, rants, and rewrites. But as for now, that's all there is. There isn't any more.